France should bring him, even though he's old. All right, let's get started. Okay.
So we're back with football again, and we want to do a post-mortem of the Atleti-Arsenal game, the second semi-final of the Champions League semi-final. With me to do that is Segodi, Mustafa, Warifa is here, as well as Saeed. My name is Afolabi. Welcome to the show.
Okay, before we go forward, I'm not going to say whether that penalty was fair or not, but I think Arsenal, they're still going to get their revenge. I don't think it was a penalty, but anyway, we'll talk later. Arsenal will get their revenge. There's no way, after missing so many golden chances. Atletico had 3 instances in which they could have scored, 2 with Lukman and 1 with Griezmann. They could have scored 2 or 3 more. They could have scored 2 more goals. They had their chance. They're going to Arsenal. Arteta is going to play his same boring defensive setup, and it's going to be very difficult. I'm going to predict that on the next game, Arsenal is going to win 1-0 most likely. If Atletico can't score at home through open play and miss chances like that, they're not going to score in the Emirates. And we know that Arsenal will find a way to somehow get a goal in, so they'll qualify. But let's go back to this game now. Let's start talking about that penalty first. To me, he hit Eze's foot after the ball passed Eze. So that it was a slight touch. He's touched his foot, but the ball had already passed. The ball wasn't really in play anymore. So to me, it's not a controversial call. What do you think, Folabi?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's one of those decisions where in some games they are given, in some games they are not given. It's like 50-50. And I watched the replay. When the guy made the tackle, the ball had left Eze's foot before the contact was made. So in the light of that, I think it wasn't a penalty. But we've seen some of them given, and we've seen some of them not given.
So here's another thing. It wasn't also, since it was already called on the field, it wasn't enough to override it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's why I have a problem.
That's the controversy.
VAR should not have intervened because the referee had made a decision. It was down to the referee. It was down
but I don't think it was a big travesty because he wasn't going to. That ball was out of play anymore. He wasn't going to get that ball anymore. But anyway, it's still controversial. What are your thoughts, Segodi?
No, absolutely. Like you see those type of penalties. Sometimes you give them, and then they judge you on that. But if you wouldn't have given the penalty, I think it was going to determine this game, and then everything was going to look to the referee. I think either way, like you can give it, you cannot give it, but
it's a tricky situation. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
It's a very tricky situation.
What are your thoughts, Saeed?
Yeah, I quite agree with what Mr. Sekodi said. It's kind of like I would say it's 70-30 because we all saw it. He already he got to the ball first before the defender. So and the referee already made a decision on that. The one I thought that was even controversial was the first penalty they gave because the Bayern Munich defender's hand is still by his side. That one is the one that I believe that it should be VAR. It should be checked by the VAR and might even be overturned because the hand is not totally out of his body. Yeah. So this Eze zone is clear penalty any day, anytime. Because I really don't know why they have to overturn that kind of penalty. The moment I saw it, and I saw it from even all the angles, it is clear penalty.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
those are the kind of penalty strikers are looking for when they come across defenders.
Sometimes these rules are vague because he fouled the guy for sure, but it was like a small touch, and the ball had already gone out. But it was a foul.
It's a professional foul. Whether it's that is same excuses I'm seeing online.
He stamped on his toe.
I think.
Yeah, but I don't know if he did it on purpose. I think he was going for the ball.
It doesn't matter. That is not professional foul.
They are going for the ball.
But anyway, the main thing is that both of these teams, none of them managed to score from run of play. It was partly defense, but it's also partly, for example, for these guys, for Atletico, it's not because they played defensively. It's because they didn't finish. If you give those chances to Harry Kane, that Lukman had, Harry Kane will miss it. Osimhen will not miss that goal. Osimhen will not miss those shots. Griezmann. And also Arsenal didn't play. As usual, Arsenal didn't play to win. They played their usual style. So both teams are playing negative football. And PSG will beat both teams. But PSG should not be playing highline rubbish. If they play their regular game, they'll beat both teams. What are your thoughts in general?
You see reason why I'm always complaining about Arteta. Those are games that we are supposed to win.
Yeah.
You know, like we have it under control. We have it under control. If it's just 1-0 or 2-1 or 3-2, that is a game we have to outwin because we played well. We held our ground. The midfield, defense, attacking wise, everything is compact. There's no reason why we didn't win that yesterday's game.
And also, if Arsenal is not careful, they'll go into penalties in the next leg. If they don't score and if they're not careful, they'll go into penalties. What are your thoughts, Warif?
Well, the game ended 1-1, but I think Arsenal have a lot of work to do in that matter. They discovered so many things. Number one, our backs, they couldn't beat their man when they go out. When they go for the offensive, they couldn't beat their man or do some proper crossing. Then Martinelli, in the whole of that game that he played, he couldn't dribble his man for once. Because he's supposed to, see, Atletico Madrid players, they are beatable. But Martinelli couldn't dribble. When they give him the ball, the next thing he will turn and return the ball backward. Then also, Odegaard is not doing what he's supposed to do. To be creating that chances for the striker. So when you don't create that chances for the striker will suffer. And again, our defense they are okay, but Saliba, they need to talk to Saliba. He's not a creative midfielder, he's a defender. Don't try to push. By the time you get,
I don't know why he's been doing that lately. He's been coming forward lately.
And it looks heavy.
You know what?
He shouldn't do it. He knows his strength and his weakness.
I think he thinks he's O'Reilly. You're not O'Reilly, Saliba. You better stay back.
So I will continue saying it. I think Arteta needs to go into the market. Something like White, Trossard, Martinelli, and Odegaard, they need to lay them off because they are not doing the right thing. Go for Senegalese players, go for Malian players in that middle to support the Glen rights.
If he brings those players, it's good, but he's going to have to open up his style of football. Like we said, Falabi, you said it, his style of football is too one-dimensional. He wants to do the same rigid. If you bring in other players, that's when you have to be more creative, use different things like 5-2-3-1 or whatever. You have to use different formations where you have different types of players. He doesn't want to do that. Arteta is like a military guy. He said, okay, drill. We do this drill every day. The military, every day. You know? What was I going to say? Also, Madueke, that guy doesn't pass the ball. He doesn't pass on the wing. He just tries to go. You know,
Madueke is a waste of money for waste of money.
Go from right to left. Go from the right wing to the left.
Menu. Even right now, Arsenal go to Bournemouth. He has some good players, but I will not do it. He's busy grooming French and Spanish players. Look at the in most matches, the guy will gas out. Remove him, bring in Nogat. You have no.
That's Arteta's problem.
Don't use it.
All of his players
just keep the bench.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
And they're delivering. Like during the time of Arsene Wenger, I know that we went for French, but the French are delivered. They gave us trophies. But this one, I don't get it. I don't really understand.
Mr. Wari, your connection is really bad, though. See if you can move it around. But let's go to Afolabi. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the game was, well, as I thought it would go. Arsenal started on the front foot. They really dominated Atletico and they scored first. But as soon as Atletico equalized, the game swung into Atletico's favor and Arsenal sort of dropped the tempo and Atletico started to press them. In fact, in the second half, Atletico, the first 25 minutes, they were the better team. Once the game had settled into 1-1, both teams were content to draw the game. So quietly, the game became very boring and uninventive. But like Mustafa said in the beginning, the biggest chances fell to Atletico. I mean, look at the Griezmann chance that hit the bar. Look at the Alvarez chance, the Lookman chance. One thing Arsenal have to be careful about, this Atletico team, they don't need to enter the box to score. They are very good at shooting outside the box. Any space in and around the box 18, they can shoot very well, especially Julian Alvarez, who scored the free kick against Barcelona. So Arsenal needs to be very careful. And I think Arsenal, even at home, they shouldn't be conservative. I don't know what's wrong with the tempo of Arsenal's game. It's dropped. Arsenal used to play very quick tempo, fast, fluid football. Nowadays, now they're playing convenient, kind of slow, kind of controlled, kind of. It doesn't suit the way they play.
I think they're panicking.
They're panicking. So it gives the opponent time to think and decide. Before you know what you're doing, Arsenal has, strong 1 or 2 passes. They need to step up the tempo. I don't know. Maybe it's the number of games they're playing. I don't know. They look
for the Champions League, in the group stages of the Champions League, Arsenal was playing the best football in the world.
Absolutely.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what the problem is. They look fatigued.
The injury to Odegaard and Saka is a big problem. Yeah. That's the big problem.
Yeah,
those two.
Remember. At one time, they were comparing our gameplay with Barcelona gameplay. Remember?
Yeah, they were playing well.
They are not even at the same power anymore.
Sure.
So when is their league match?
They're playing Fulham, I think, on Saturday. Fulham is on Saturday.
And then they have to play Saturday. Then they have to go again and play Tuesday. These guys are tired too. They're tired.
I think that's fatigued.
But that's why the FA gave them enough time about players. But that does not week in, week out. That's
that's the problem. So we'll see what happens. What are your thoughts, Segodi? Any last thoughts?
All right, like what I've seen with Arsenal these days is when they score 1 goal, they get into a panic mode where they don't play their normal football. Because what I think Arsenal misses, what I see Arsenal misses is a Vieira type of guy that can play that central midfielder and be comfortable on the ball with that kind of physicality and break the lines and make the team to play their normal football. Because they get in a panic mode because they don't have that type of player anymore. So that's what I've seen yesterday.
And this team is the opposite. Man U is the opposite. Look at Man United. They've got 2 players from Africa. They've got Mbeumo. Those guys are strong and play and can do many different things. So as usual, Arteta must go. They need to bring in somebody, man. Bring in somebody else. Arteta has had enough chances, man. He's a good coach, but he doesn't have the. He's a good coach, but he doesn't have the confidence.
He's not a tactician.
Yeah, he's not a tactician. All right, last thoughts, Saeed. Then we'll go to the African story.
I think I quite agree with you. Arteta has to go, and if the board don't want to replace him for now, they should talk to him that he should. Like, why his tactics are more like as if you are scared of the opponent or something. Why would you be? I mean, why would you be scared? You have all these players. We spent over £1 billion. We spent over £1 billion ever since he became our coach. So where is it? Look at the players that he bought. So they should talk to him. He needs to be talked to. Okay, fine. It is not as if there is a plentiful of coaches out there that we can just pick from. Okay, fine. If you still want to retain this guy, then he has to change tactics. He has to buy some credible players that are ready to play. Not all these boys that they are like you can hear what you're saying that they are tired. Why would they be tired? These guys are well paid. They already know their schedule. Are you tired of what when you have to go to work? When you get to work, do you complain that you are tired? No.
No, I just take orange.
Well paid for it.
Drink 1 orange and I go to work. Let me tell you, bring Papa Ancelotti to coach Arsenal. They'll win within 2 years, man. Bring Ancelotti. I'm serious. Those guys need a new leader in their team. All right, Afabi, let's go to the